From the national newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm Karen Rebo. Israel's military says it is striking around Iran's western city of Kermanshah in this second week of its attacks on Iran's nuclear and military programs. An Iranian state television is reporting Iran's underground enrichment site at Fordo was hit again today in an attack, but it's not known at this point who launched it. Meanwhile, Iran has fired a salvo of missiles and drones at Israel, while also warning the U.S. that its military has been given a free hand now to attack American targets in the wake of the Trump administration's massive strikes on Fordo Saturday night and two other Iranian nuclear sites. Tehran has also been threatening to block the Strait of Hormuz, which would disrupt the flow of the world's crucial oil supply and could have a significant effect on oil prices this summer. Here's retired Marine Corps Colonel Steve Ganyard.
That's where their oil goes out as well. And the Iranian economy depends on that oil. 50 to 60% of the revenue, the government revenue for the Iranian government comes from oil revenue. So they would be sort of cutting off their nose to spite their face if they close the strait.
Prime Minister Mark Carney says he's spoken with U.S. President Donald Trump overnight and that the two focused on de-escalating the conflict in the Middle East. Here's Foreign Affairs Minister Anita Anand, also in Brussels, where she and Carney and other top ministers are attending today's EU-Canada summit.
The reality is, over the past decades, Iran has been developing its nuclear capacity, and it is a source of grave instability in the region.
Prime Minister Carney calls the late John McCallum an inspiration, a mentor, and a friend. The longtime Toronto area MP, who held various cabinet roles under three separate Liberal prime ministers before Carney, died on Saturday at the age of 75. A search resumed on Sunday, but still has not located four people missing since Friday night when a medical transport helicopter crashed on Quebec's North Shore during a rescue operation. The Transportation Safety Board says the chopper was conducting a medical evacuation when it crashed into a lake shortly after takeoff with 5 people aboard. One crew member was rescued and injured. It's some kind of hot in much of Ontario and Quebec, where a heat dome will be sticking around for a few more days.
Dangerous temperature levels span from southwestern Ontario towards North Bay, Sudbury, and Timmins, while in Quebec the highest temperatures are expected from Montreal to Shawinigan and north up to Abitibi. Environment Canada meteorologist Julian Pellerin says a slow-moving high-pressure system has come from the U.S., but should move out by Wednesday.
Looking at the temperature over southwestern Ontario, we are right now currently in the 30s.
Bellerin says he expects Ontario and Quebec to hit peak daytime highs today and tomorrow, and the humidex making it feel more like 40 to 45 degrees. David Bowles, The Canadian Press.
This is The Canadian Press. In sports, Canadian Shai Gilgeous-Alexander can add NBA champion and NBA Finals MVP to his resume now. The Hamilton native finished his MVP season with 29 points and 12 assists, and his Oklahoma City Thunder won the NBA championship in Sunday night's Game 7 to beat the Indiana Pacers 103-91. The 26-year-old Canadian becomes just the fourth player in league history to win league MVP, Finals MVP, a scoring title, and play for a champion in the same season. He's humbled to now be in that group.
It's hard to believe that I'm part of that group. It's hard to even fathom that I'm that type of basketball player sometimes.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar did it once. Michael Jordan did it 4 times. Shaquille O'Neal was the last entrant into that fraternity. In baseball action Sunday, Miguel Vargas hit a tie-breaking double in the 8th, and the visiting Chicago White Sox rallied to beat the Toronto Blue Jays 4-2. From the Canadian Press, I'm Karen Rebo.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. For more of today's top stories, visit thecanadianpressnews.ca.